We have traveled all over East Africa, finding hardworking farmers who are making a good life on their shambas.
We want to learn from them, turn their farms into good businesses,
and help them increase their profits.
Join us and see how our farmers benefit from the experts' advice.
And share their experiences as we shape up their shambas.
Karibu
to the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
Welcome to Shamba Shape Up. Today we are in Kathonzweni in Makueni County. We are revisiting our farmer Bernard and we want to see how he's been getting on.
Farming in dry areas can be challenging, so join us as we learn more.
We arrive at Kathonzweni in Makueni County to meet Bernard's family. Everybody is so happy to see us.
I love you. Sit at the back, relax, and join us. Welcome.
We have been here before when we helped Bernard adapt to climate change and join a group to make a better profit.
Michael, Catherine, Regina, and Mzee Bernard. We are very, very happy to be back here. It's been now 3 years since the last time we were here, isn't it, Mzee?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. Yeah, so now tell me, Mzee Bernard, how has it been since the last time you were here?
Tangu mutoke hapa.
Since you were here last, we have had a few developments.
Tumejenga tanki ingine.
We have added another tank to the one you gave us. And now, we have planted tomatoes, which we can now also irrigate.
Na sasa mvua kidogo ni mzuri.
Recently, the rains have been good, so even the maize is doing well.
Okay, that is very good.
Since you left, we have put in a lot of effort.
Kwa sababu watu wakatusaidia kupanda boga.
You had helped us with the vegetable farming, so we have had to work hard.
So, Michael, how are the mangoes?
For now, mangoes are not well, and we face some diseases. Then as we spray the chemicals, some diseases, they still remain there.
So, Shamba Shape Up is here and we will work with you. We'll see where we can help with your mangoes and also take care of your chickens and also work around the farm to make sure that you continue being shaped up completely. Bernard and Michael have done very well, trying to harvest water with gutters and tanks. It's the only way to survive here. They have also built a large underground tank to store rainwater.
The rains in this region are unpredictable. When they do come, the water dries up quickly. It's a real struggle for farmers.
Michael's crops of maize and beans have failed in the past, but we have an expert with a new way forward. James does not look happy with this soil. Michael takes all the crop residue away, leaving the soil bare. Mr. Opio, what is conservation agriculture?
Conservation agriculture is a method or a way of practicing agriculture using the three key principles, and that is to ensure there is minimal soil disturbance, the issue of permanent soil cover, and crop rotation.
Michael, do you practice conservation agriculture?
Yes, I've done it.
Yeah. Good. Now, Mr. Opio, from your observation, do you think Michael is practicing good conservation agriculture?
Well, from the inspection we've done, Michael has been practicing some aspects of conservation agriculture, but not all of it. For example, he's been doing some little bit of rotation, but he's not practicing minimal soil disturbance. Mike has been disturbing the soil a lot. From what we saw, that really is what causes vigorous weed growth.
So what should Michael do?
Michael should, first of all, ensure that he practices good agriculture practices, which for us starts with ensuring that you buy the correct seed, certified seed. You can only buy certified seeds from approved agrovets, and the approval authority within the country is KEFIS. He should practice minimal tillage by doing the furrows. Michael, from my inspection, has been using the normal moldboard plow, ile ya kokota na ng'ombe. But we have simple gadgets that the farmer can use to ensure that he does the furrowing beyond the 6 inches. For example, I carried along what we call a subsoiler. This is a simple gadget that can be mounted onto our normal moldboard plow so that he uses it the same way that he uses the moldboard plow.
So from what we observed, what else can Michael correct in his conservation agriculture practice?
What Michael can correct, number one, is on weeding. Weeding begins at the moment of planting. When you plant, you need to spray the pre-emergence herbicide 48 hours after planting. Those are 2 days. You need to spray in the morning or late in the evening when there is moisture, a little bit of moisture. Then that clears the weeds so that at the point when the plants begin to germinate, they'll be germinating into a weed-free field. Something else that Michael should do is crop rotation. I realized that Michael has been trying to practice that, but this is the secret. When doing crop rotation, we need to rotate with crops of different species. Like if we are going to plant maize in one field over time, you realize the yields start to go down. So maize is a cereal. Then we need to rotate it next time and put a pulse there, which will fix nitrogen. Minimal soil disturbance, because then it will ensure that the minimal moisture, because this area is a rain deficit zone, the minimal moisture will be utilized in the soil and avoid unnecessary runoff.
If you use a subsoiler, you can break the hard pan in your soil. This lets the roots grow deeper and get more water. If you only plow the rows you will plant with a subsoiler, your soil will be healthier and won't get taken away by the wind or the rains. Remember, always leave some cover on your fields. Bare soil is unhappy soil.
Mangoes grow very well here. If you manage the pests and diseases well, you can have a bumper harvest and make good profits. But Michael's mango trees haven't been doing well. We've asked Sebastian from Real IPM to come and help him. Well, Sebastian, you've had a look at the mango trees.
Yes.
What are your observations?
Okay, I've seen quite a few problems here and there that no doubt most farmers in mango production are experiencing. I've seen a few anthracnose. I've also seen some gallmage attack. I've seen some fruit fly attack on some of the few mangoes here. But overall, I think the farmer he's trying to do his best.
Oh, he's done well.
Yes, he has. Yeah. Now, in mango production, there are 2 main pests and 2 main diseases as far as good quality is concerned. When I start with the pests, we will start with fruit flies and mango seed weevils. Those are actually the 2 most predominant pests in mango production, and they've restricted many farmers in getting a lucrative market, even the export market. When it comes to the diseases, we have a few, key being powdery mildew, which is normally found when the flowers are out, and also anthracnose. Now the anthracnose, it will be found in the leaves, it will also be found on the fruit. And hence the farmer needs to take corrective measures early in advance to ensure that they have a good yield and a good crop for the market. Yes.
Well, Michael, last time you were here, we taught you how to spray. Yeah? And yet we're seeing there are so many problems. What happened?
Kunao matatizo na patana nao kulingana vile magonjwa yako mengi.
I have challenges I face of many diseases and drought. I use many products for these diseases.
Aina tofauti.
Yeah. So Sebastian has done all that. He's really tried. Yeah. Now, is there any other thing that he can do or an alternative to this?
Now, we do have sustainable solutions as Real IPM for curbing some of these pests and diseases that I've just mentioned. And our key pest in question here is fruit fly and mango seed weevil. We have a device or a trap that will actually ensure that your orchard is fully covered, and it will ensure that your fruits are of the best quality when you're harvesting them, meaning that you'll have more cash at the end of the season.
And how is it done?
Now we have a trap that is called an auto-dissemination device, or an AD device for short. The fruit flies in this case are attracted to the trap itself. Inside there, they pick the killing agent, then they fly out. Or they will go infecting the other flies that are not present at your trees at that moment. So that is an advantage to you, because it means you don't have to keep on spraying or monitoring your farm. The devices or the traps will do the work for you. They're also very cost effective, because in an acre, you only need 4 of them. So to tackle the seed weevil, we will do a ground spray of a product called Campaign. This is a product that is developed by Isipe, but we have picked it up and improved it for the farmers out there in the market. Yes.
Hii madawa unasema ya kunyunyizia huku chini.
How long will the soil drenches last?
The soil applications for the campaign, you'll only need to do 2 sprays in the entire season. So this means it's very economical for you, and it also stays in the soil for quite a bit of time.
The key to stop fruit fly is called an ADD, Auto Dissemination Device. They are available in any agrovet near you, Real IPM's online shop, www.realipm.com, or you can SMS Shamba for more information. The kit is for half an acre of mangoes. This kit comes with all the instructions you need to put the traps together and to do the drenches and the foliar sprays. You need to refill the traps every 6 weeks. You also need to do foliar sprays of the campaign. You will need 20 milliliters of the campaign for a 20-liter knapsack. Remember, it is very important to do the soil drenches to kill the fruit fly eggs. Drench at the flowering and when the fruit is growing. If you control fruit flies as a group with your neighbors, you can get rid of them from your area. The fruit fly trap and bait can also be used in other crops like melons. The great thing about traps and the soil drench is that they are completely organic and they work together to kill the fruit flies.
Because this is a dry area, farmers in Makueni are now planting more drought-resistant crops like cassava. Diana Kalecher from Farm Concern has come to talk to Michael and Catherine about planting cassava. Michael and Catherine, have you ever planted cassava?
Sijawahi jaribu.
I have never tried before.
So now, Diana, can cassava do well in these regions?
Yes, cassava can do very well in these regions because of the climatic condition. Cassava is a drought-tolerant crop which requires minimal water. But again, it needs a lot of management. It's not just like any other crop you'll neglect. First, if you want to plant cassava, you require seed, and seed which are free from disease. We have a partnership with CARI or Ministry of Agriculture. You can get those seeds from those. And once you get the seed, you prepare your farm and you clear all the weeds from your farm. After that, you just need to have small holes for planting the cassava, which the spacing should be 1 meter by 1 meter. You plant your cassava in those holes. And once you plant, you wait for cassava for 8 months. And in between, you need to weed twice before harvesting. And once it's ready, you can dig the cassava and uproot it. It is very easy to harvest cassava.
Now, Michael and Catherine, you've heard from the expert about the benefits of cassava. I'm sure you have some burning questions. Michael, any question?
Yeah. Ni wakati upi mzuri wa...
When is the best time to plant cassava? Before or during the rains?
Cassava is a crop which needs rain, but doesn't need a lot of rain. And the best period of planting cassava is at the onset of rains. For this area, the rain starts from the month of November onwards, and that is the best time to plant cassava.
When do you harvest cassava?
Cassava, it requires 8 to 10 months to mature. And once you plant in the month of November, you need to start harvesting in the month of September, October. You should be finishing harvesting. And then from that time, you'll harvest both seed and the cassava root tubers. So you'll have double benefits. But you just need to preserve that seed very well, and then you plant in the following season.
We decided to take Michael and Catherine to visit Mbuvo Processing Factory. The factory buys cassava from farmers. Farmers in this area can sell their cassava to the factory at 8 bob per kilo. At the factory, the cassava is weighed, then washed, and then taken to the chipping area where it is chipped into thin slices. After that, the cassava is dried for 4 days. When it is dry, the cassava is milled and packed into bags of cassava flour.
Catherine also wants to keep some cassava in her store for her family. She can do everything the factory does at home by hand. First, she'll peel the cassava using a knife the same day she has harvested. Then, she needs to wash the cassava in clean water. When the cassava is clean, she can use a machine to chip it. Many farmer groups have a machine like this. Or, if there's no machine, she can chip the cassava by hand. She then needs to lay the cassava on a clean polythene sheet to dry in the sun. When it is dry, she can store it in sacks in her store. If she wants it to last for a long time without being spoiled, she can use a pig's bag like this one.
We are soldiers in the army. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord.
Wow. Naomi, do you think you're going to get the hang of it?
I'll get it.
Right.
Wow.
Now, we need to take Michael and Christine for more work.
Oh, really? Okay, see you after the break.
If you'd like to receive all our Shamba Shape-Up leaflets, SMS the word ALL together with your name and address to 30606. If you'd like to receive just the leaflet for this Shamba, SMS the name of the farmer together with your name and address to 30606. Welcome back to Shamba Shape-Up. We are still in Kanthonzweni in Makueni County.
Michael and Catherine have learned how to grow cassava and where to sell it, and how to control fruit flies on the mangoes organically.
There is still more to be done on this Shamba. Catherine keeps a few local chickens, which she sells on a rainy day to earn a bit of money. But the chickens die from diseases and she loses a lot. So, I have decided to help her vaccinate her chickens against Newcastle disease. Newcastle disease is a viral disease that cannot be cured. The signs of Newcastle disease in chickens are swollen heads and necks, greenish diarrhea, sticky discharge in the eyes and nose, and wheezing noises when they breathe. To vaccinate, use a dropper to put 1 drop in each chicken's eye and wait for the bird to blink the vaccine into its eye. Vaccinate all your birds at least once every 3 months, starting at 14 days old.
When loans are not an option, savings can be a great way to plan ahead, so you have enough money to cover all your household needs. But how do you do it? Michael and Catherine, you have different products on the Shamba. You have chicken, you have milk, from the cows. You also have mangoes, right? So now, Michael, what is your plan for the future?
Tunao mpango wa tukiuza tu maembe yetu, badala za zingine kuweka pesa kwa bank, tunaweza badilisha hizo pesa.
We have a plan. Like when we sell our mangoes, instead of keeping the money in the bank, we can buy more cows plus their feed so that we get milk.
Tunaona za zingine pesa tunaweza peleka kwa bank.
We think at times you put money in the bank, but the interest is very low compared to buying cows and getting a lot of milk.
So, Catherine, what are your plans with the chickens?
Kuku nadhani wakiwa wengi. I plan to have more chickens so that I get more eggs. Sell the eggs and some chickens, then get income from there to help me.
Wakati mwingine niwe ninajisaidia.
Miriam, you've had a look at the farm, seen the different enterprises that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've heard what Michael has had to say about banking.
Yeah.
or having savings.
Yes.
So what would you advise?
Savings products are very important for a small-scale farmer like Michael and Catherine because it helps them to plan their financial management issues in the household. Yeah, they can save in a group, for example. They can save in a financial institution if there's one around here. But it is important for them to also consider the issues that Michael has raised in terms of how much are you actually making when you keep it in the bank, and how much do you make when you put it in the enterprise.
Right.
So if you make more money in the enterprise, it makes sense. It's only rational to put it in that enterprise or to put it in Catherine's chicken.
Well, Michael, do you have any savings?
Tunazo vikundi ambazo tumeungana ambazo zinatupeanga loans.
We belong to groups that give us loans through small banks. They lend us small amounts that we can repay easily.
Ambazo tuna uwezo wa kulipa.
Very good, Michael. Group savings are very important for small-scale farmers who are very far from financial institutions. It is the only way they can come together or collect their money together to be able to do something meaningful. Probably himself as an individual, Michael or Catherine, cannot raise enough money to buy a cow. But within a group of 20, 30 people, they are able to save together and do investments. When you meet together, you teach each other how to save, and also you encourage each other. So groups are very important.
Also, Miriam, now what should they have? What kind of account should they have? Different accounts, or should they have each an individual account?
We've had so many issues of households having Catherine doesn't know what Michael is doing.
Right.
And probably Michael doesn't know what Catherine is doing. And Michael and Catherine should have a joint account, for example, for the farm. So that everybody is in the know about what is happening, so that her effort and his effort, everybody can see. It is transparent. Yeah. But it is also important for each individual to have their own account,
right,
where they manage their own savings, and they can even try to see, maybe she's a better saver than him, and that she can also use for the household needs, which probably she doesn't have to ask Michael all the time. It is very important.
Yeah, there's also saving for the children.
And also, you can encourage the children to save. In fact, you can start with the little piggy banks. You can even do one using tins, and you just create a hole and you teach them how to save. And also to learn how to spend money. Savings also using technology. You are aware about that you can keep money on your mobile phone. Yeah, do you do that?
When I have it, sometimes I keep on my phone.
On your phone. Yeah. Very, very important.
Yeah.
There are different ways that you can actually save. And one way is also to use your phone. You might lose your money in the house, yeah, or somebody can steal it. But if it is in your phone, it is safe because all you need to do is to replace the SIM card, and your money is still there.
Let's look at an example. Every year, Catherine and Michael struggle to get together enough money to pay their children's school fees. 3 times a year, they need to find 20,000 shillings for school fees for their 4 children. Sometimes, they just don't have enough money and have to sell valuable livestock or do casual labor. This year, Catherine wants to make a plan and save ahead. It is January. The next payment is in June. That means she must save 20,000 shillings in 5 months. She wants to save her money in a mobile savings account. The account gives her 4 shillings per year for every 100 shillings that she saves. Catherine needs to set aside at least 4,000 each month. So, how does she save that much? Every time she earns something, she puts a little bit in an account. In January, they harvested mangoes. She sold them for 200,000 shillings. From that, she saved 10,000 shillings. This means that she only has 10,000 shillings more before June, which is 2,000 shillings per month. She can sell 3 chickens for 500 shillings each month. From these, she can save 500 shillings. She and Michael also earn 4,000 per month from casual labor, and she can save 1,500 of this. So, by saving a little every month, they have enough to send their children to school without having to sell any cows or be in any debt. Now you've heard it, Michael and Catherine.
it is very important to save the money that you get from the farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bernard and the family, we are very happy to have been here.
We also very appreciate very much, and we hope and pray that you come here and see us again.
Thank you very much. And with all the hard work that you've done and with all the technical advice we've given you, we guarantee you we are going to come back and do more shape up.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time, right here on Shamba Shape Up.
Farmers, do your chicken have scaly legs? I know how you can fix that problem. See, my chicken are healthy. I joined Shamba and I receive free farming advice every week. If you want to join, send the word join to the number 21606 and they'll call you back.
Shamba Shape Up is also online. Visit us at shambashapeup.com. Select the episode and click play. You can also visit Shamba Shape Up's Facebook page, where you can enter great competitions and also get involved in great discussions. Shamba Shape Up is also on Twitter at Shamba Shape Up.